In this episode of the Shop Talk series, we're in St. Johnsbury, Vermont, visiting Dominic Bassett and Jacob Roy. Let's take a walk inside and check out the shop and get a little bit more information on what they're doing. Morning, Jake. Morning, Dom. Good. So in this episode of the Shop Talk series, we're with Dominic Bassett and Jacob Roy talking about what they're going to be doing this year. But first, we're going to hit on Jacob's military life. Jake, you want to tell us a little about what you do in the military?
Yeah, so I joined the Guards back when I was 20, actually. I went to basic in my AIT when I was 20 and 21. And I'm just a truck driver in the Guards.
Have you been overseas at all?
I have. I spent a year over in Kosovo, which is the lower part of Europe.
Dislike?
I like it.
Yeah.
I'm about to hit 10 years, and I think it's probably going to be the end of my road for the military career and start with my family life I got going on.
And you got a little girl coming pretty soon, don't you?
I do. We are expecting our little girl around March 18th.
So that makes 2 kids altogether?
Yep. As of Monday, I'll have a 2-year-old son also.
Perfect. Awesome. Tell us this about your car behind you. This is your primary car, you said?
Yep, this is my primary car. I purchased the car from Jeff Martin about 2 years ago now. We got it. We ran a full season at White Mountain 2 years ago, and we did fairly well there for our first year, and we ran it all year last year, lost the championship by a point, and ended up winning multiple with it.
What happened to last year's car that you finished second points with?
It's this one.
It's the same car?
Same car.
Okay.
This is the only car I've had for the last couple of years.
How big of a heartbreak was that one point?
It was a big heartbreak.
And you've done some demos and enduros and stuff?
Yep, so I've done 4 demos out through my life. This year, or last season, I finished second to Brandon, which is pretty cool. Before then, every demo I've done, I've finished in the top 4 or 5 every year.
And you won Milk Bowl last year.
We did.
And how was that? Pretty cool?
That was wicked awesome. That was the biggest win in my career.
Who do you got for sponsors coming on this year?
This year I got majority of my sponsors coming back. I got Utley Construction, Mountain View Auto. Those 2 are my 2 primary sponsors, and they've been a wicked big help to my team. I got my mom with her business again, Backroad Creations, Dave Hunt with Ragda Racers. We also have Gallagher Brother Construction, and I got to thank Creative Counters for everything they've done for us too.
Who owns Utley Construction?
That is Dana Utley. He's the brother to the ACT driver Jesse Switzer.
All related to Rick?
I believe they're brothers also.
Yeah. Tracks you're running this year?
We're gonna go full time at White Mountain again, and I think we might hit the Triple Crown at Thunder Road.
And what's your opinion on ACT taking over Lee and running, I believe, a Tiger and a late model race at Groveton?
I've never been to Lee. I think it'd be cool to go down and watch him there. Riverside, we think that's going to be really cool. We're definitely going to go over and be spectators for that one.
Any other tracks that you've run, like Bear Ridge, Devil's Bowl, any of that?
So when I first started out, I ran 1 half season and then a few races here and there at Bear Ridge with a Neon and a Mustang. And then I've done enduros all over the place recently. I've done Thunder Road, Bear Ridge. We just went down to Hudson a couple weeks ago, did their snow enduro. And I've raced at Devil's Bowl also.
And what are your hopes for this 2026 season?
Hopefully, like everyone else, we hope to get a championship, but definitely a few more wins would be cool. If not, just stay consistent like we have been the whole time we've been racing.
Now, without your better half watching this, any plans in the future to move up?
I'd like to. I've tried it before, and as everyone knows, it didn't go too well, but I didn't really have the backing I have now, and it was just me, and I don't want to admit that I'm friends with him, but Danny Doyle was helping me a lot.
We'll just delete that part out. So.
Yeah, so it was just him and I, and it was kind of a lot for both of us, but I think with the crew I got now and the sponsors I got, I think maybe a Tiger would be nice in the future.
Because you had a Tiger previously, right?
Yes.
And how did you like driving that?
I liked it. I also had a lot of learning that I needed to do, and like I said, we just needed to do a little bit more research and learn the cars a little bit more.
So I want to touch on McKenna Merchant just for a second. So obviously she beat you out by 1 point, and she's moved up to late models in the former Chris Roberts late model that Brandon had That's a pretty huge step from a front wheel drive 4-cylinder to a V8 rear wheel drive. How do you think she'll do?
I think she'll do all right. McKenna's a good driver. She's one of the ones that started at a young age, I believe. For as long as I know, I think she started in the go-karts, and I think that's a huge help for not only her, but any driver that starts that young.
I see a lot of drivers that come in the pits, get out and walk away from the car with no feedback. We don't need to name who, they know who they are. But you're one of those drivers that gives the feedback, and you're working on the car yourself. I think that's a pretty important role, not only to drive the car, but know what it's doing and not doing, and relaying that to your crew to help you out and help them out. How much information do you give your crew when you come in?
I try to give them a lot. My guys are really good. They all have a lot of racing experience behind them, and like I said, this car was Jeff Martin, so we've leaned on him and Kyler quite a bit for hints and everything else we need. So I can kind of talk to them what the car is doing. I can talk to Dom. He's my main setup guy. Him and Dustin do a lot of the setup together, so I just tell them and they bump heads on what they want to do, and we go from there.
So that's another driver that's moving up as well. Kyler's going into a late model in the former Joel Hodgson car, which was at one point Wayne Hellwell's car, and the 02 Randy Potter. Now I see that car's back up for sale again, or one of those cars that Potter had.
Yeah.
But how do you think Kyler will do in the late models? He's dedicated to White Mountain this year, it looks like.
Yeah, I think Kyler and them will do really good. This is a good car to prove it for them. Those guys put all their heart and effort into everything they do with racing, and Kyler drove a Tiger a couple times, I believe, and from what we saw, he did really good with it, so I think he's going to be a good asset to the late models.
And what's this car over here?
This is a car that Dom purchased this winter. I'm good at wrecking stuff, so it's probably going to be something I've been hopping to one or two times, but as of right now, our plans to have a multi-car team at White Mountain and go from there.
And you said you will run a little bit at Thunder Road
I will. Yep.
in the Triple Crown,
I would like to, yeah.
but not a weekly guy.
No, I can't. The Thursdays are kind of hard with work. By the time I get out and get over there, we're going to miss quite a bit of practice, and I just don't feel like that's the right thing to do.
So I think it's pretty cool that White Mountain and Thunder Road allow any age people in the pits now, as long as they're doing it safely. But I see your mom, your little one are there every week, your dad, everybody that supports you, your girlfriend. I think the support you have is pretty big. You got your own cheering section, so that's pretty cool. And your boy seems to really enjoy it.
Yeah, my boy loves racing a lot. I get him every other weekend, and every weekend that I have him, he's right down here helping me, helping Dom, taking wrenches, tapping on the cars, doing whatever he can. And our plan with him is when he's old enough, we're going to be racing go-karts.
And where are they going to run those?
We're going to do it at Riverside if they're still a thing when he's old enough.
No Thunder Road?
We will venture over there when he's good.
And what about Rocky Ridge? It's a different cart, but...
It's a different cart, but it's not out of question.
All right. Well, good luck in 2026, and hopefully you guys bring home the championship.
Thank you.